Okay, so today is New Year's Day, which means last night was New Year's Eve. Hello. And I just have to tell you about my New Year's Eve because it was disgusting. I mean, the grossest thing ever. So I go to bed at like 12:15 because I had to wait for the ball to drop. And then I couldn't fall asleep, so I took a Unisom. Because, it's New Year's, so I was going to sleep in the next day, right? No. So like 1:15, someone's like, moving me and moving me until I finally wake up, and it's Brock. And he's like, Mom, I got sick. Wakes up and goes, well, son, just put a towel over it. And I go, wait a minute. What happened, Brock? And he goes, it's a lot. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I'm waiting for Brett to wake up and clean it up, but I know he's not going to do that. So
it's a mom's job.
Right. So I throw on my sweats and I go out, and it is like a murder scene. I mean, this kid, since the day he was born, has been a projectile vomiter, and now he's 12 years old, and it's got some velocity and some volume. It was the most, listen, Mom of the Year, you're looking at it right now. I walked out there, and it was like he sat up, and we're in a hotel. Hello, we're in a hotel room in Park City, and he vomited all over the walls, all over the bed. I mean, like as if he had been at a buffet eating for 5 hours. It was so disgusting. I just went out and looked at it. It was like, where do I start? What do I do? So then I'm like, okay, get a grip. Like I thought I was gonna have to demolish the room. It was that bad. So I go back in the room and I start calling the front desk because I don't want to wake up the other kids. And then Brett wakes up and he's gonna get all aggro, right? He's like, why couldn't he have gone into the room? Why couldn't he hit the toilet? And I go, look. And I got ready to say, I go, look, you are not gonna make this worse. It's already happened. It's done. And he was like, oh, okay. So he flipped over, right? So then I go back out there, and I kid you not, I cleaned for 4 hours. The dude puked all over the wall. It dripped down the wall, and we have a guest staying with us, one of our friends, right? Puked into her snowboarding bag like it was a trough. I mean, a trough of the most foul-smelling, disgusting, voluminous vomit you've ever seen in your life. And I had to drag it and dump it in the shower and hose it down. I had to hose down the walls. I had to scrub the carpet. I threw away a bag of towels like this ginormous.
We got to tell him at Ruth Chris what he had. I mean, we went to Ruth Chris.
It's just ridiculous all the food he had. He had filet mignon. He had
baked
potato. Do you want me to tell
potato.
you? Because I saw it all. Baked potato, filet mignon,
bread, and the chocolate explosion with double ice cream.
Yeah, chocolate explosion cake, and it made him explode. He had the flu. But anyways, so I cleaned for 4 freaking hours, and the smell was so disgusting. I can't even tell you. It was like a murder scene. I mean, I cleaned for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then the smell was so disgusting. I'm like, how do I get this out of here at 4 a.m.? Because I couldn't even sleep. It was so bad. So then, guess what I did? I made cookies.
Martha Stewart.
I cleaned up all of the vomit, and then I made cookies because I'm like, well, that's all. We're in a hotel. I mean, we're in kind of a suite where there's a little tiny kitchenette, and I bought those, break and bake cookies. So I'm like, well, at least, I have no air freshener. At least I can bake those. So I baked cookies until 5 a.m. That was my Christmas. No, it wasn't. It was my New Year's Eve. My New Year's Eve from hell. But I love my kids.